What's going on, everyone? Tallboy Outdoors, kind of an intro video. We're gonna be working on the range today. I'm building a 100-yard gun range on the property here in northern Minnesota. As you can see, I've started clearing some trees and such a little bit. I got that's a full-size AR-500 silhouette down there. We got about a 15-foot berm, 15 to 20 feet berm. That was left here. My dad dug out a private pond on the property, and he dumped all his dirt back here. So it's been here 10-15 years, and I figured, you know, instead of building a berm somewhere else, I might as well use this one that's here. So we started with hand tools and a small chainsaw, clearing some trees out. But I always figured a dozer would be easier. So next weekend, if everything goes well, there will be a dozer here that we're renting for a day. A smaller one, but even a small dozer will push down a lot of these trees. So today what I'm doing is actually marking it out, because we had marked it out before loosely, and it's already shaped like a banana. If you can see here, this is the other direction where the range will be. We're going that way 100 yards from the target, so we're going that way. That's like the middle. So we're coming this way from that target 100 yards. You probably can't tell on the camera, and it's hard to tell in person, but it's going like that already. So my goal is, I bought these 6-foot fence post picket slats, because for some reason garden stakes are like $7 a piece. So I got these. I'm hoping I'll be able to hammer them into the ground, or at least push them in to stay. And I've got my 300-foot measuring tape, one of those wind-up ones, and I'm gonna start at the target. I'm gonna find the middle over there, start at the target, and I'm gonna go every 10 yards, so every 30 foot, I'm putting one of these stakes. Since we have what's behind you done already, I'll flip you back around. So since we already have this done, which is probably about 20 yards, so where the camera is the road that comes through, which we also cleared out. It's an old road from dumping dirt back here. But then from the road to the target, I think, is about 15 to 20 yards. So we have already got we've got close to halfway already, actually. Which I thought we were a lot less, but I think the road where the camera is about 25 yards to the target. So we'll find that out shortly. But since we already have this cut out with this big oak tree here on the side, and then the other tree on this side, which you can see, that's kind of the width we're gonna go with, because I don't want to take those trees down. And so I'm gonna find the middle of that. It's probably 25 feet, but I'm gonna measure it. And then I'm going to put my stake down at the target, and then I'm going to measure out 10 yards, another stake, and then as I'm walking that way, all I got to do is look down them like this and line them up, and then hopefully I'll have a straight line. And I also got some paint. I'm going to mark trees on the edges of whatever the width is down here. I'm going to carry that width the whole way. Honestly, I'll probably, behind these trees, I'll probably end up widening it with the dozer just a little bit for like pistol stuff, but also that big oak tree in the corner I don't want to take down. So yeah, I'm gonna run a time lapse of me marking this stuff out. I also just picked up a XDM Elite 10mm we're gonna be shooting, and I just picked up a P365 FUSE with a Sig Romeo X on it. Wow. And I'll be running some drills. My holster is not here for the fuse yet, so I'm not carrying it, but that also might be a different video. I'm gonna do it today, but it might be in a different video. So yeah, I'm gonna start measuring and marking out because it's already 2:15 and I gotta be home by 8 at the latest. So I also brought the chainsaws. If there's some big trees, I might take them down to make it easier with the dozer, just so, because we only have an afternoon with it. 8 hours. But yeah, I'm gonna throw it on time lapse and we'll see what we can do. All right. All right, guys. I'm on the GoPro now. The mic is probably quite shit, but I wanted to just stop in from the time lapse, which is indeed still running there. I got the first 2 in already, so we're making good progress. It's been like 10 minutes, I think, max. So here's the thought. The thought is you look down the line and you line them up. Now I'm gonna do one more measured from the side, but if you can look down it and line them up, you'll need a few. It doesn't really work with 2 because there's nothing behind that to have in a line. But what I did is I measured from that tree to that tree, and it was right on at 25 foot, like I said. So I used that little flag to mark the middle temporarily. But now this is in the middle. So that's where we're at. And then I measured from like the trees there to that oak tree over there, and I got that in the middle at 25. So I'm gonna go back another 10, which is probably about where the camera's at. So I might have to move it. And I'm gonna put down another. And then with 3 of them, I think we can just visualize and pound them in instead of having to measure left to right 12.5 foot in from the side, because once they're just all in a line like this and you can line them up, it should be just fine. So that's my plan. I was just checking in. I'm gonna get this one done and maybe one more, and then I'll check back in on the video here. All right. So guys, a quick update here. There's the camera. I moved it for the time lapse. I just lined this one up down the line. It's probably hard to see on here. I was guessing the middle to be about here where the stick is that I put. They're nowhere near in a line. You can see how far off they are. I would have guessed this to be the middle, which I think is what I did when we just went for it guessing, because I think we're going to be quite a ways off. But this proves to be working well. And now you can look down the whole line here. It's a little tough because the middle one is a little too tall. It didn't get down all the way. And this one's kind of in a rut. But you can look down the line and line them up. So that's how we're going to do a straight line. I'm going to do the next one real quick. I got my big 300 footer here. I'm just going to put the stake in the ground at this one, and then I'll just use this to measure from the rest, I think. And yeah, 100 yards is quite a ways, but this is 20. We're standing at 20 right here. So that's 1/5. So the next one will be 30 yards because that first one over there is 0, you know, so you count the stakes -1 essentially. So yeah, we're gonna go do the 30-yard line, and I'll be back in 1 or 2 more. All right, guys, we're back. We've got 5 posts in the ground. Man, we were way off. It's crazy. Actually doing this the correct way has really opened my eyes. Still got the time lapse going. Look it, I'm standing about where I thought the middle was. Check this out. I don't know if you can see, the posts are going this way. The one we just put in is right here. We did all this clearing over here, and it's, I mean, essentially we didn't need to do most of it, I feel like. It's crazy. I was way off. Because if you get in the line here, look, this is where we threw all these, was the side, what we thought was the side. Because we kind of had like the barrier going here to kind of show you where the side was. Yeah, well, my stake for the center is now in the side, so have a look down there. You can see them all lined up here. So yeah, it's more work than I thought down here, but you know, these are small trees. That's probably a 8-inch tree. That's like a 7. There's not a lot of big trees in here. I mean, the biggest tree in here is probably 12 inches. There's 1 or 2 really big ones way back in there, but we might miss them now. So I'm halfway done with the stakes. This is how it's looking. I'm glad I'm getting it figured out. Because we would have been off in that direction, and I bet at 100 yards you wouldn't even be able to see the target. So I'm going to get a few more in here, and then I'll check back. I'm going to have to, I mean, this is straight line. I'm going to be in the woods there, not in the clearer areas, so we'll see how it goes. I'll check back soon. Well, the microphone was off that entire time. Wonderful. I knew I should have left it on. I told myself that. Luckily, I only put 1 mag through the gun. I have now shot the fuse, 21 rounds. Now I'm going to be shooting, let me get my screen here. XDM Elite, 4.5-inch barrel, 10mm. Fantastic gun. I've had it for about 10 days. I've probably put 100 rounds through it. Something interesting, Springfield advertises them having 16-round mags, whereas the mags are marked 15, but all you have to do is shove another round in it, and it does hold 16, and it feeds just fine. So they are 16 plus 1, 10 mil. I'm just running some S&B FMJs right now. I do usually carry Federal HST. I'm gonna get some Underwood ammo for it. That good hot rounds, and I'm running in this new outside the waistband holster I got. That's like a, I don't know. It's nice. First day I've used it. I almost just caught the trigger with my t-shirt, so. So I'm gonna shoot it. I'm shooting on paper. About 6 foot. It's not a full size, but I'm gonna take some shots and then I'll do some close-up shooting and we'll see how it goes. That was low left. So it looks like I'm shooting low left. I think you can see that. I might have even missed one. I'll do some close-up action on the gun. Alright, XDM. Good gun. Shoots nice. Got some power there too. That's a 9mm. I'm gonna grab the fuse. I have it loaded up. And we'll shoot that. So, the P365 FUSE. Based off the P365. Longer barrel, flush fit 17 rounders. This is a 21. It comes with a 17 and a 21. I got the one packaged with the Romeo X compact. Unfortunately, not the enclosed one, but we're gonna be shooting some Blazer 115. out of it. I did put a mag through it because the mic wasn't on, and I didn't know that. But yeah, this thing is very nice. The stippling on it is crazy aggressive too, so if you're not a fan of that, you'll want different grips or a different gun. It like rips up your hands. Yeah, thing's sweet. It shoots really nice. I'm gonna put one in the pipe as well as I drop my mag. +1. Let's rip it. I'll do some close-up shots first, I suppose. Alright, pretty much aiming for the head, but I'm gonna shoot a little more. Alright, back to working. Alright guys, coming off a little water break there. I'm done. I cut down a bunch of brush. I cut down 5 or 6 trees with an axe because I need a little bit of a workout. Got to burn some calories. You can now see the target clearly at 100 yards. So I don't know if the GoPro will pick this up. There we go. There's the target. We're standing here at 20 yards. And then all the way down there. I don't know if you can see in there or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can see the last one is that tall one, that big tree way down there in the sun. I don't know if you can see it. I'll go down there and show you. But oh man, so I've got it all marked out. We weren't too far off. You can see the clearing here. We weren't too far off, but we were at the end down there. We were about 10 yards to the left from where I'm standing. So yeah, but I'm gonna do some more shooting, do a couple drills with my carry, my 365. Pack up and go home. I think me and my buddy are coming out here tomorrow, so I might do some more filming then. But yeah, I'm gonna pack up, do some more shooting, and I'll show you down there. Alright guys, I'm back. We are at the 100-yard mark. I'll show you what I can. It's very hard to see. You can see, I can see about 4 posts through there. So I can see about 50 yards. But I'm here at 240 because we started 60 feet in. I started this tape at 30 yards. On the road there, I think that was 30. Maybe it was 20. 20 yards. Oh yeah, 20 yards is 60 feet. That's right. So 60 plus 240, we're at 300. So this is going to be where I end up putting the shooting platform here in the woods. Property line is where that light is over there. And then maybe 60 yards, 75 yards that way. Maybe 100 actually. A little closer than I'd like, but make do with what we got. Also, check out this sweet area I found up here. I've actually never been here on the property, I don't think. Look at this weird tree. And this nice grass. There's like no brush here. I think the deer ate it all. You can see it's all broken off and stuff. I think the deer eat a lot of this, but look at this nice place. There's like a little fox den down here. I think there's another one there. But yeah, this place is beautiful in here. I kind of wish we had this shooting platform up here, but we're gonna be right down there. But I might put something here eventually. This is just a beautiful spot. Yeah, look at this tree. The sun coming through. Yeah. So it's just nice to be out in nature. It's 67 degrees today, early September, northern Minnesota. It is just beautiful out here. Oh, wow. It looks like, almost looks like that tree got struck by lightning. Watch out for spider webs here. I don't know, it's a little black. Well, okay, I don't think it was struck by lightning. It kind of looks burned though, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyone know what this is? Let me know. I mean, it's a healthy tree, but there's like a burnt piece of wood there too. Kind of interesting. But yeah, just a beautiful spot here. Got some nice berry bushes. I'm sure the deer like those. Oh. But yeah, beautiful out here. So I'm gonna get this last stake in the ground, and then I might, there are some big trees here that need to come down. Where am I at? I'm over here. So you can see, I'll show you here. Oh, this is a little deer trail right here, you can tell. I'll show you the, so we're at 240 here, so that's the 300. See this red flag right here? I don't know if you can see that. That was this side of where I thought we were gonna be at 100. Because I had measured out 100. But I thought we were gonna, I mean, that's the center. There's a flag further than this close one. That was the center, that's 10 yards away. So I was 10 yards off on the end. Which honestly isn't too bad for eyeballing it, but I'm glad I got it straightened out. I'm just debating if I should cut these trees down today or if the dozer can handle it. Because really the brush is really light back in here. And it doesn't need to be graded, you know, we're not driving on it or anything. So I'm just deciding, there's a dozen 10 to 12 inch trees in here that are gonna have to come out. That's pretty much, you can see like the trees that have survived, there's nothing, no thick brush or small trees around them, it's just those. They soak up all the sun, so they're big. But I'm gonna get this last stake in, pick up my chainsaw I dropped on the way over here. I cut down a couple small trees. And then see what happens. I'll decide what I want to do, but I'll be back with you. We're definitely going to do some more shooting. All right, see ya. Damn. There we go. All right, guys, so I got my zoom lens on there now. I'm going to go to 100 yards with the 365 FUSE. Okay. Ooh. And I'm gonna see if I can hit it at 100 yards. I've never shot 100 yards before. I got 22 rounds, we're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna leave you here, zoomed in on the target, and see if we hear some steel or not. All right, I painted it with orange. It should still be obvious when I hit it, so I'm gonna go now. Just gotta grab my ears here. Alright guys, I'm heading down here to shoot this thing at 100 yards. It's gonna be a little tough with the sun, but I figured I'd give you a little walk show in here. This tree made it a lot harder to walk that I took down. I mean, yeah, I did quite a bit of work out here. We're way back in here. Oh, so there we go. I had to take down this nice tree, unfortunately, but she was in the way of progress, so. Man, this is gonna be, well, I don't know if you can see down there, but 100 yards. I'm gonna try it. I wonder if I could set it up at all. There's no way. Hit it. That's a hit at 100 yards. I'm cheating a little by using this, but that's okay. I'm allowing it. I'm also, there's no way I'm not shooting through a bunch of these stakes. I hit 5, I think. I'm gonna put one out of here. 10 millimeter XDM Elite, 100 yards. It's S&B FMJs. This will be interesting. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Smoked them. Wow. So I was checking out the target down here. 10 mil, I think. 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits out of 23 rounds. And I hit my first 10 mil. Not bad. But I also saw this. This was laying on the ground. I ripped a bullet through my duct tape for my paper targets. So yeah, not too shabby. All the way down there. Alright guys. Done working for the day. I was just doing some shooting. Gonna do a little outro here. I'm just gonna run my carry. Do a couple drills. I got my Pack 3 range timer here. And then I'll put another mag through the fuse as well. But yeah, I'm gonna run a little drills, and thanks for watching. If I don't talk to you again, I'm probably gonna do 3. I'll do 3 singles, and then I'm gonna shoot 3s. We're hot. One 3-0. One 3-0 again. One 3-3. Now I'm gonna do 3-round bursts. Wow, triple. 180. 122 on the first shot. Missed my first. 236. .193. 143 on the first shot. .167. See if we can't get this to focus up here. 167 for the 3. 125 on the first shot. 146. Pretty nice. Now I'm just gonna shoot the fuse. I'm not gonna run any drills really. I'll do a bill drill to start it off, 6 rounds. But I don't have a holster for it yet. I'm waiting for it from Vetter. So, all right, now I'm gonna do a 6-round burst. Just go from like low ready probably. I guess I'll time it. That was only 5. Try again. Hold on. My reticle had changed. Alright, we're gonna go again. .199. .199 on the 6. .179. Now, I mean, that just doesn't prove a lot scientifically, but it's fun, so. I think I got 3 or 4 rounds left. I'm just gonna try to hit. .82 on the 2. Just, you know, doesn't do much, but it's fun. All right, I'm gonna pack up, get going here. I got buddies coming over tonight. Appreciate you watching if you watched. We're gonna be down here tomorrow, probably do some filming, but we got a lot done today and we got to shoot some fun guns. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.